Hi, my name is Brittany. I am your DIY braiding at home coach, and today let's talk about how you can save your human hair from your boho knotless braids. I think I had these braids in about 3 weeks, and my hair grows out really quickly in the root. And the nature of my job is such that, I had to move on to the next style. So, what I like to do when it's time to take out the braids, I cut it right at the knot, especially because we're trying to save the hair. So, it will be difficult to cut it where my hair ends and possibly risk cutting the straight end of the human hair boho piece. So after I cut out the knot, then I go in with the rat tail end of a comb and I push it at that bottom part because it seems to be really tight there. But once you get that little space out, then I just use my fingers and take out the rest of the braid. So what you're doing when you're trying to take out the human hair pieces, you're going to take your time because once you get to the human hair piece, you want to be able to pull it out so that it doesn't get tangled into the braiding hair and kind of get lost in the sauce. So once I find the goal, which is the human hair, I will take that piece of human hair and I was lining up all the straight ends on a table in front of me. So I was making sure to put them all the same, make sure I was laying the hair flat all in the same direction. So that way it would make it much easier when it was time for me to wash the hair. So for each braid I had about 3 boho pieces, and so I just took my time, took out the braid. When I knew that I was close to the human hair, then I would kind of stop so that I could pull it out and then continue unraveling the braid. So I'm just showing you here all the pieces lined up together as best as possible so that it would make it easier for me to keep all the hair in one place. And when I go to the next step, which is washing the hair, you'll see why it's important to have them lined up together as close as possible. So since I didn't have the braids in very long, I didn't have a lot of product build up. So I'm just showing you how it looks now that everything is out. And now we're going to move to the next step that's important to this video, and we're going to wash the boho human hair. And since it's human hair, we're able to wash it. I'm going to use the same products, the products that I use when I'm washing my hair. So you see I have the human hair all together lined up, and I'm going to take a rubber band to tie up the straight ends of the human hair. So if you remember installing the braids, which you can check out my video on how I install mine, you're going to have a straight piece of the human hair and then the rest of the curly end. So I'm tying it up with the rubber band at the part of the straight end, and it's not going to go back perfectly, you guys, but it's still going to do the trick. Here's the conditioner that I'm using, and here's the detox shampoo that I'm using. But also feel free to just use whatever shampoo that you already have and whatever conditioner that you already have. So I'm just going to clean this in the sink. I'm going to take the shampoo and the conditioner, and I'm going to place both of those in lukewarm water. You don't want this steaming hot. You're just trying to clean the hair out. water fills up, then you're going to start dipping the hair into the water. You're just going to keep doing this motion and wringing out the hair. I just repeated this a few times, and then I went in and I finger detangled. Because this wasn't water wave hair, I didn't think it would be great to try to brush it. So I just used my fingers to pull out any tangles that I was able to find in the hair. And you see how the water is turning brown already just in those few seconds. And this is probably just from the product buildup and maybe just the dirt from having it inside of my hair. But then once you finish washing it, you're just going to wring it out to make sure that it's not too wet. And then I did take a towel and put the hair into the water after I finished washing it. Just take your time. There will be some shedding. It's just like our real hair. So that's not a big deal. Just throw those pieces away. Make sure you get out as many tangles as you can. And then I didn't do a good job of showing you guys, but I was scrunching the hair also too towards the end of washing it. And that was helping the curls come back to life. Like I saw it transform from it being a little bit straight. And then when I started crunching or scrunching the hair, I was able to bring the curls back to life. So after I finished in the sink, I started adding products to the hair. I used this weave braid spray, and then I also used some leave-in conditioning spray by Hair by Sonia. And this is when I started to scrunch the hair instead of trying to brush it or detangle it anymore. I just wanted to get the moisture and the shine back in there and then let it air dry from here. So I let it air dry overnight, and I will show you shortly how it looked the next day. This was a really simple process. I didn't feel like it took any more like a super long extra time after taking my braids out to be able to save this expensive hair. So also, if you're in the market for some human hair for your boho braids, be sure to check it out at braidplicity.com and let me know if you have any questions. And drop down in the comments to let me know, how do you feel about saving the human hair? I think it looks pretty good. I can't wait to install it. I didn't reinstall it because this install that I have right now, I decided to do some color to have a little fun, but I will definitely update you on installing them the next time around when I do black hair, and I will see you guys in the next video.